Dear students, I welcome you to our exam focus series. In this presentation, I would like to help you to score center. We are going to see that. Some of you find math tough, you will get confidence, and the students aiming for center will give some tips how to achieve it. First, you take the textbook objectives. You know, only 271 objective questions are there that you can study very easily. If you learn these 271 objectives, definitely you will get 30 questions from that. Then the remaining 10 questions they are asking from Kambu. 381 questions are there. You may not be able to study all the 381 at a time. So what you can do, you select some chapters. The chapters which contains less number of questions. For example, chapter number 8, chapter number 10, like that. You select any 5 or 6 chapters and you study that first, so that you will get another 5 or 6 questions. So that from objective, you can score 35 to 36 marks very easily. Once you finish these objective questions, then we can go for 10 mark questions. There you can concentrate chapter number 2, 4, 6. Chapter number 2, only 20 questions are there. You will get 2 10-mark questions. Chapter number 4, there are 28 10-mark questions. From that you will get 3 questions. And chapter number 6, there are only 11 questions. You will get 1 question. If you concentrate these 3 chapters, you can answer 6 questions, 60 marks you can score. After finishing these 10-mark questions, then you can go for 6-mark questions. Some easy chapters are there. Chapter number 1, chapter number 3, chapter number 9. From each chapter, you will get 2 questions. So, you will get 6 questions from these 3 chapters. But remember, when you prepare for 6-mark questions, you have to concentrate 3-mark questions also. So, better you go through the come book. When you prepare the first chapter matrices, you learn the 3-mark questions also. Like that, chapter number 3 and chapter number 9, you concentrate. There are few theory questions. Don't leave that question. That are very important. For example, state and true triangle inequality, state and true reversal law. So don't leave such sums. Then you can score 6-mark questions from this area. If you learn all these, you can score 120 to 130 marks very easily. So preparing up to this, it is not at all a problem for you. Anyone can do that. If you put some effort, definitely you can score 120 to 130 very easily. So passing in mathematics is not at all a problem for you. But that you don't confine with that. Put more effort. So let us see how to score centum from that point. After finishing this, then you go for chapter number 3. You concentrate the 10-mark questions from chapter number 3. You will get 1 10-mark from that. Then you can go for the 8th chapter. All the statement sums, 8.6. And second order differential equation, 8.5. If you concentrate that, you will get another 10-mark question. Then you can go for chapter number 7.5, we concentrate. Surface area and length. Hardly 8 sums are there. Exercise 4 sums, example 4 sums, you will get another 10-mark question. Then you can go for groups. Chapter number 9, discrete maths. Abelian group, using Cayley's table. You can learn that very easily. You can score another 10 mark. You will reach nearly 170 mark from that. Then you can study 6-mark questions from chapter number 10. You will get 2 6-mark questions. Then you can study 6-mark questions from chapter 2. Number of questions may be more, but it's very easy only. You will get another 2 more 6-mark questions. If you learn these things, your mark will be around 180 to 190. But to make it as 200 out of 200, you have to concentrate the remaining areas. That is, first, come book the topics what you left out, learn everything. Because 195 to 200, you have to put more effort. For example, in analytical geometry, they given 90 odd questions. You have to study to get that 1 mark. But that is very important. But there also, half of the sums are theory questions. Only formula that you study. Other sums, you have to work it out. Don't try to mug up anything. You may make mistakes. Then, you must be thorough with at least 9 chapters for section B and section C. 9 chapters, you must be thorough. Don't leave any question. Then definitely you can score 200 out of 200. Now let us see how to approach created question. In section B and section C, one question will be a created one. That will appear in the first 14 questions. You have to answer only 9 questions. Created question, they can be with subdivision also. So how to approach this question? Normally, they create some question based on the results what you studied. But sometimes, they may make a small change in the textbook question. They may change the sign, or they may change some data. You don't think it is some printing mistake. You don't make any changes in the question paper. Try to identify the created question. If you are confident, go ahead. You can do that. If not, avoid that question and go for other question. You have plenty of options. Even if you know everything, finishing the paper on time is very important. So, for each section, let us see how much time you can take. For section A, the maximum you take 30 minutes, but try to finish in 20 minutes at the maximum of 30 minutes. Section B, for each question you can take 5 minutes, so it will take around 50 minutes. Section C, for 10 mark questions, for each question you take around 8 minutes, it will come another 80 minutes. So you can finish the paper in 2 hours 40 minutes, still you get 20 minutes to revise that. If you want to finish on time, selection of questions is very important. Now I'll tell you how to select the questions. If for example you take the 10 mark questions, first you identify the compulsory question, which one you are going to do. Only 2 questions are there, you have to identify which one you want to do. Then from the remaining 14 questions, you are going to answer only 9 questions. First you see the questions which take less time, less calculation. Prove that type questions because you know the answer. If you select these questions and the familiar questions if you take, you can finish on time. You can avoid the questions in matrices. You reduce it in the echelon form, then case 1, case 2, case 3, these type questions you can avoid. And you can, in analytical geometry, find the center, focus, eccentricity. It takes a lot of time. You have to reduce it in the standard form, then tabular column, diagram. So if it is not compulsory question, you can avoid such questions. But you have to learn everything, but selecting the question is more important. While preparing for the examination, you take notes. Write down the formulas separately and note down the sums which you make mistake quite often. There are certain sums which are very important, you make note of that. Also, some of the answers, it takes a lot of calculation. So such answer you try to remember so that you can save time for that. Then while presenting, it is very important you write the question numbers correctly. Then while answering the objectives, you must write the option and answer. So whenever you draw a diagram, use only pencil. Don't write any extra questions. Don't repeat the question again. Also compulsory question, you are write only one. Suppose you know 2 questions, don't write both. So every question they post in the front page. If you do any such things, the school we may not be able to find out, but public examination correction they'll find out everything. So I wish you all the best. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. May God bless all your efforts.